What's good with the people, man? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. How's y'all doing on this What's Wrong With You Wednesday? You know what I'm talking about, man? What's good with people like hee ha ha? You know what I'm talking about, man? Ken in the pen, man. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks incarcerated. All my folks who ain't, man. All my folks on the bottom of that thing, all my folks on the top of that thing, man. Keep that head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Did I say Ken in the pen? I don't know, but if I didn't, go get that stick up in stores now, man. You can go and get you one off of 76 MacArthur Giants Liquor. They say somebody put them inside you can go get you one from 82nd Hillside Barbershop. You know what I'm talking about? They say somebody put them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. You know what I'm talking about now? You know. Now, you know. You can come get them from Baby Cuz. You know what I'm talking about? This Baby Cuz got them. You know what I'm talking about? Baby Cuz got them. Did you see them? You know what I'm talking about? But if all else fails, man, you can go and get you one off of Amazon. Make sure you got you a hardback. You know what I'm talking about, man? Stick Up 2 coming soon. Funkadie coming soon. You know what I'm talking about? Funkadie 2 coming real soon. You know what I'm talking about, man? Yeah, man. What's that? Swing that finger, young man. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide, man. Worldwide INC, man. Worldwide Incorporated, man. They don't say baby cuz. What does that mean? It means everybody. You know what I'm talking about? And Dugu Fresh. Lil Rue, not Lil Rude. Lil Rue. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player. That's who comes next. Same thing, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on the top of that thing, man. Keep that head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? Now let's get through them disclaimers. I told you, don't even worry about nothing coming real soon. You know what I'm talking about? Now, good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug users. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug sellers. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? Don't take a sip of the sippage. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, I don't promote no violence. I don't promote no crime. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off the people. People, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Don't, you know what I'm talking about? Promote, you know what I'm talking about? No. Negativity. You know what I'm talking about? No, you know what I'm talking about? Me? Man, I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? They was talking to me, man. I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, shit. You know what I'm talking about? Nah. All I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're gonna do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with it. We don't know how much we got, people. You know what I'm talking about? But a good brother like myself. Good right. I ain't prejudiced. No. Good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't got nothing against the sexually different. No, you know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't got nothing against the little people. Nah, you know what I'm talking about? Me, man, I ain't got no problems with nobody. You know what I'm talking about? They was talking to me. Man, I love everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? And that love. You know what I'm talking about? That love. Back to the YouTube community, man. You with me? Come on over here, fuck with your partner, man. Hey, check it out, man. Check it out, man. Come fuck with a nigga one time, huh? You know what I'm talking about? Man, it was good with the people this morning, man. I'm gonna say always. Always. Brush your whiskers when you on TV, boy. You know what I'm talking about? How's y'all doing on this What's Wrong With You Wednesday? You know what I'm talking about? Talking about what is you talking about? But hey, could you know shout out to everybody who made it to the elevator before they got their ass with. You know, until we meet again. I see you fucking. You know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. Hey, this might be a real short long one. I don't know, man. Except because what you talking about today. I'm talking about this is What's Wrong With You Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about? Except because what you talking about. I'm talking about just since I've been living on earth, you know what I'm talking about? You know how easy it is for just us to spot what's wrong with everybody else. You know what I'm talking about? And we just can't seem to put an eye on what's wrong with us. That's all I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about? And I just want you to understand as people, you know what I mean? It's easier to fix other people than it is to fix ourselves. You know what I mean? That's why you could look at somebody else and you could tell, oh, you know how to fix them. You know, you got to turn that mirror around on yourself it ain't gonna be the same thing. You know what I'm talking about? You're gonna start a rationalization. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, you ain't gonna be ready to. You ain't gonna just to be as willing to fix yourself as you is just to fixing everybody else, is you? You know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about? And that's how we got to right now. That's how we got here, man. What's wrong with you Wednesday? You know what I'm talking about? Because for real, man, as people, man, we'll put all the time in the world. You know what I'm talking about? All the energy in the world. You know what I'm talking about? Anything it takes to partake in fixing somebody else, won't we? Or we just won't put that same effort into fixing us, will we all? Nah, you know why? We walk around with that thought, ain't nothing wrong with me. You know what I'm talking about? God's just to make me perfect as could be, didn't he? You know what I'm talking about? And that's the thought we have in our head. So what ends up happening is you skip over yourself. You know what I'm talking about? While you got that toolbox, you got every motherfucking tool in the motherfucking that's ever made to fix somebody else, don't you? You just walk around with a backpack full of tools, you know what I'm talking about, aiming to fix everybody else. Hold on, screw loose, you know what I'm talking about? Hold on, let me tighten it up, you know what I mean? We do that to everybody else, man. We refuse to use that motherfucker on ourselves, though. And a lot of time, it really don't be nothing wrong with nobody else. They be just the perfect as can be. You know what I'm talking about? With the, what be wrong is you. They say, man, why you fuck with it like that? Because if I don't, ain't nobody else is, man. And I'm just going to tell you, people, you know what I mean? You know, I ain't into telling you shit, man. You know what I'm talking about? Brother's going to throw something up there. You can grab onto it or you don't have to. You know what I'm talking about? That's up to you. You know what I'm talking about? But you just got to watch this, people. You know what I mean? And I know we all know these people. I know we all done did it ourselves before. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. We just human. You know what I'm talking about? Mama say always. And I mean always. Brush your whiskers. When you on TV, boy. You know what I'm talking about? But for real, man. And you just gotta, because the world is just getting craftier and craftier with the brainwashing, bruh. You get what I'm saying? They showing you stuff intentionally. You know what I mean? And you just gotta watch that. You do, folks. Because they showing this shit intentionally. They just is, man. And they want you to grab onto this shit. It's the, we in the, I told you we in the book of rationalizations, you know what I mean? We living in the era where you could just, where just most shit is becoming acceptable, you know what I mean? The world hella sensitive. You gotta watch what you say while everybody else can say what they want to, you know what I'm talking about? We living in shit like that. But you gotta watch out, man, because, for real. And I always speak about that brainwashing passed down from my mind, them, right? And anybody that's watched me or whatever, I don't want you to get offended, man. I just be coming from this shit from my point. And that's another thing. If you get offended by what somebody else say, man, you know what I mean? You might want to check yourself. You might be one of these people I'm talking about that be trying to fix everybody else, you know what I mean? Because for some reason, when people hear, like, say, like, you'll just turn on anybody. If they talking about some shit you do, you automatically, you automatically grow a disdain for them, don't you? Then you get to criticizing them. Who is he talking about? Who is this person that, you know what I'm talking about? Then you get to question them. That's what we get to doing in the urban community. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we got the right to question whatever else somebody else saying, don't we? But it's crazy, man. But what I'm telling you is, before I got off a little bit, don't let nobody else pump their fear into you. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people won't speak on it, man, but that's really what be happening, folks. That's how we be getting everywhere else too, man. That's a part a big detriment to the community too, man. Cause you'll be sitting there listening to some either a bitter ass nigga or a bitter ass bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Like, say you ain't never had no relationship before in your life. You ain't never had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, right? Depending on who you ask about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that's the perception they gonna try to. A motherfucker is gonna put their experience in you. You know what I mean? If you ain't, like, I already spoke on this. If you ain't never been on the construction site and the nigga who done he done fucked around and got fucked off by a saw or something, when you go ask him about the construction job, he's gonna pump that fear into you. And you ain't never worked a day in construction. He gonna get to talking to you like, man, yeah, man, you gotta look out, it's dangerous around here, that power saw. And he gonna say all that shit to him because he wasn't paying attention and got fucked off. So you have to watch that in life, period. Don't let people pump they experiences into you, they bad experiences. You get what I'm saying? Just because somebody else had a problem with a motherfucker don't mean you gonna have one, bruh. That was just the motherfucker they picked on anything, man. Don't let somebody else pump their fear into you. And in the urban community, we good with that, ain't we? You know what I mean? We good with that, man. We just good with that. We'll try to, the experience we had, we'll try to tell somebody else some shit that don't got nothing to do with their experience. You get what I'm saying? Just don't, man. But what's wrong with you Wednesday? That's what it is, man. You know what? This place would be a much better world, man, if we put as much effort into fixing ourselves and trying to find our own problems as we do and trying to fix other people. You get what I'm saying? They gonna say, but because ain't that what you up there doing all that shit? Listen, man, I'm just trying because I can see the behaviors, bruh. And I'm one of the people that know that shit ain't gonna get us nowhere, man. That shit gonna put us so far behind when everybody wake up, bruh. That's when everybody gonna realize they was wrong, just like that crack shit. We had fun while it was going on. Then when you look up and everybody was fucked off, the whole community, we understood the wrong we did. You know what I'm talking about? But I'll be up here, man. Just the behaviors in the urban community as a whole, man. We can. I mean, if we could come together, that'd be cool. But you know how it is. You know what I mean? But we could tighten just a little bit of this shit up, man. We can go back moving in the right direction, man. We just can't. We can go back moving in the right direction, man. We just can. Will we ever do it? I don't know, man. You know what I'm talking about? Brothers up here playing this part, trying to get back to the gang. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about, man? But on this What's Wrong With You Wednesday, if you really paid attention to that, you would, you could fix a lot of this shit that's wrong with you. You know what I mean? Because most people, no matter what, they just act like there's nothing wrong with them. It's either one thing, they act like there's nothing wrong with them, or they act like there's something wrong with you. It just ain't no other way to put it, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what you do, a motherfucker want to come around and do this. You ever been like that? The motherfucker, like, I just can't do that, man. And before I get up out of here, like, since I was a little kid, man, I've been like, this is no disrespect to the people in the South. This is no, so I wish y'all would stop listening to shit like that too. And that's one thing we need to fix with ourselves. We need to fix with ourselves, man. We need some objective thinking. We need to stop every time a motherfucker make a point that they're trying to make, think that they're talking about us. You know what I mean? If you inside that point they just made, that might be a cause for you to start working on you. You know what I mean? We got to stop being sensitive, thinking everybody trying to send a shot at us and shit. You know what I mean, man? But, and this is no shot at nobody from down south. You know what I mean? Shout out down south. You get what I'm saying? But something I ain't never liked, man, because I seen it was them other people. I seen it was Mr. Johnson and them brainwashing. Since I was a little kid, man, the people down south been calling me disrespectful. Because down south, you know how they say yes, sir, no, sir, and all that shit. Yes, ma'am. I ain't doing that shit, man. Since I was little, I'm not doing that shit, man. I'm not doing that shit. And they called me disrespectful as little kid. It was like that little kid from the city, or what they used to call that shit, the city. He disrespectful. And like, my daddy used to, man, I'm not saying that shit, Pops. I don't say that shit to nigga. I'm not saying no yes, sir, yes, ma'am, man. I'm just not, man. That ain't, that shit don't mean respect to me, folks. That shit means something else to me. And that's what I'm saying, bruh. That brainwashing they'll pass down. No, that's Mr. Johnson and them brainwashing. You get what I'm saying? And they done pass that shit down like it's respect. That shit ain't respect, man. And I hate, like, when I finally, because I done went through a lot of shit with my little one. You know what I'm talking about? When I finally got around him, you know, she come from down south. You know what I mean? So she was saying that shit, man. I looked her dead in her eyes. Nah, man. Now, I don't know what your mama and them do. You know what I'm talking about? But Pops don't fuck with it like that. You know what I mean? I don't know what grandmama and them do, mama and auntie and them do. Don't say that shit to me. You know what I'm talking about? That yes, sir, yes, and no is just fine with me. You know what I mean? That's respectful to me. Yes or no. You get what I'm saying? You can say yes or no. But all that no, sir, yes, ma'am, and all that old military slave ass shit, you ain't no slave, man. You know what I'm talking about? I don't like that shit, folks. And I don't got nothing against nobody who do that shit. I'm telling you how I view it. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't like that shit, man. Come on. I ain't like that shit since I seen Roots. You get what I'm talking about? It was another cold brainwashing. But I ain't, man. That shit came from somewhere else. You say, yeah, they, that's that slave talk, folks. You get what I'm saying? That's that slave talk. And on this, what's wrong with you Wednesday? Like we got to stop passing that bullshit brainwashing down that we was passed down, and we like. Do you realize it's a difference between you actually being disrespected and you feeling disrespected? Them two different things, man. They just is. And I think a lot of miscommunication that we be having, I was talking about a little bit about it yesterday, and I think that be the problem. Because there's a difference between actually being disrespected and you viewing something as disrespectful. Because depending on how you think, you know what I mean, man, you can view anything as disrespectful. I could say a motherfucker just came down and sat down next to me and started eating ice cream was disrespectful when really it's not. But I can view that as being disrespectful. So I think we need to because that shit is a matter of opinion. It just is. I think we need to work on that too, man, because I think we be viewing shit be disrespectful that really don't even be disrespectful. And in today's world, you could just not like somebody, and no matter what they say, you're going to take it as disrespectful. You know what I mean? So I think I think that shit gets misconstrued a lot. You know what I mean? On what's wrong with you Wednesday. I think a lot of us just be like I used to be, you know what I'm talking about, still is someday. You know what I'm talking about, a little bit getting better, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of us we don't like something or something happens or somebody says something and we automatically put our eyes on them from that point and we develop a dislike for them, you know what I mean? So we just view everything that comes out certain people's mouth as disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? And if you that way right there, you need to work on yourself a little bit, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's really like disrespect. Like I say, there's actually being disrespected, and then there's the perception of being disrespected. And a lot of us really don't even be being disrespected. We just we perceive it as disrespect because we already feeling some kind of way about this motherfucker over here anyway. You know what I mean? But on this, what's wrong with you Wednesday? The world would be a better place if you took your toolbox to yourself like you willing to take that motherfucker to everybody else. You know what I'm talking about, man? Tighten your own screws up. You feel me? Because really, we as people, man, we'll come with a lot of shit and just dump it on somebody else. And I'm just here to tell you, man, like, you responsible for your own motherfucking mental stability and balance, man. You can't expect somebody else to be your mental balance. If you depend on you being mentally stable by somebody else, man, you finna be crazy as a motherfucker. It's on you to control that shit, folks. It ain't on nobody. Can't nobody else in the world make you happy or unhappy, bruh. They could just either add on to your happiness or add on to your unhappiness. That's all somebody else could do. You get what I'm saying? It can't no other person be in charge of your brains, man, because they can't think for you. And a lot of shit that we like that's that turmoil tablet I was talking about yesterday. A lot of shit we be mentally unbalanced because of the shit we think about. Because the places we want to stay stuck in our own mind. You know what I mean? Because we really, like I said the other day, we basically just want somebody to understand our pain without understanding anything else. But once you realize life just ain't about pain or carrying that shit around, man, you can start to live a little bit. You'll start unpacking a bunch of that shit. You feel me? Never even to think about it again. You know what I'm talking about, man? But with that one right there, I'm gonna get on up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? What's wrong with you Wednesday? You know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about? And with that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember, it don't cost nothing just to show a little bit of love.